Good afternoon and welcome to today's Clergy Check-in for Monday, March 1st. Happy March, and I'm bringing regards from very snowy Beckett, Massachusetts, a view of our deck with just a tinge of snow. However, hopefully in a few weeks it will be gone. So as we look to this week's Torah portion, we find ourselves at perhaps one of my most favorites. It is Parashat Ki Tisa. It involves anger management, it involves rebellion, and it involves forgiveness. And so as we begin this portion, we find ourselves with Moses again on top of Mount Sinai, receiving instructions from God vis-a-vis final pieces of the tabernacle that need to be built, role that Aaron and his sons will have to play a significant part in implementing and executing as the Israelites move forward. And then Moses is a little slow in coming down the mountain, as we know, and the Israelites get a little bit rebellious, perhaps very scared, and they force Aaron's hand to craft this golden calf for them to worship. Moses gets instruction from God to get down that mountain quickly because things are out of hand, and there's a bunch of interplay between Moses and God ready to wring divine hands of this nation that has been so stiff-necked. Moses, in his anger, we know, hurled the 10 Commandments down, breaks them. The Israelites are punished for having built the calf. And eventually, we find ourselves at a very, very special moment. What's interesting in this portion is that Aaron, before and after the calf incident, is put into a position of being elevated. He will, in next week's parashah, be the person in charge of that tabernacle, even as in previous parshiot was instructed to build it. And I've always kind of described it as getting the best piece of bread you can, the best 2 pieces for a sandwich, whether it's from Breads in Manhattan, other locations throughout Westchester, and then putting a piece of Kraft American cheese in the middle, hoping that the good bread will take away the distaste of that processed cheese. So too is that golden calf incident very similar in nature. It puts Aaron in a very bad light, does not get points from his brother for having rebelled, and eventually, though, takes on the mantle, literally, of priesthood. We know that when the first set of 10 Commandments were given, the people isolated, they were scared, they had to purify themselves. Here, what precedes the second giving of the 10 Commandments is really rebellion, not a matter of behaving and being in awe of what was to happen. And when Moses receives the second set, it's not exactly the same. We'll look at that in Torah study this coming Saturday, but nevertheless, it is a second set of commandments that he brings down to the people. And I think what we can take away from this is that even for moments when we are not at our best, when we tend to fail, when we have done miserably even, that there is always the possibility, the nechemta, the comfort, that we can rise even above those most challenging moments and rise to a sense of being holy and being sacred and doing what is right and taking our position, whatever it may be, once again in our world. Hope you have a great afternoon. Stay safe.